Hi, I'm Michael Nunez from the International Business Times. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Sony Tablet S, the very first tablet from Sony. Rather than using the rectangular casing that's basically become the industry standard among tablets, Sony opted to give the Tablet S a really weird wedge design, which makes it feel like a magazine or a notebook or something with a binding. The casing is made out of a really lightweight plastic, which makes it really portable, but it feels a little bit cheap and a little bit fragile compared to the iPad. In addition to the unconventional design used on the casing, Sony opted to put the front-facing camera at the top of the device when it's in landscape mode rather than portrait mode. This wouldn't be a huge problem except when you're video conferencing, because it takes both hands to do that rather than just one. If you can get past the awkward design, the Tablet S is one of the best Android alternatives to the iPad. It has a zippy processor, it's very responsive, very lightweight, and it also has an SD card slot on the side, which makes it really easy to transfer files from your computer to your tablet. The Sony Tablet S has a 9.4-inch screen, which is really sharp, but it's not quite as sharp as the iPads. The 1.0 gigahertz Tegra 2 processor is really fast, and it can handle basically anything that you throw at it, including some of the most demanding apps. One of our favorite features of the Sony Tablet S is the universal remote feature, which is possible thanks to the infrared transmitter that Sony added into this tablet. That's specifically unique to the Tablet S, and we really enjoyed it. It's ridiculously easy to set up. It only takes a couple seconds, and the controls are very intuitive. The Sony Tablet S ships with Android 3.2 Honeycomb, but it is upgradable to Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich. That doesn't actually change the layout of the tablet, but it does increase some fluidity when changing between screens or between apps. With 1 GB of RAM and Bluetooth, Sony has basically packed as much technology as possible into this tablet. It runs for 8 or 9 hours and easily handles any of the basic functions that you'd want out of a tablet, including emailing, social media apps, browsing the web, and watching home videos. Despite the many upsides to the Sony Tablet S, we can't recommend it. The casing is really cheap, and we just don't see any upside to having this weird wedge design. In fact, most of the time, it just creates problems. We're definitely not fans of the proprietary charging cable, but we have to say, if you're specifically seeking an iPad alternative, this is one of the best on the market. We just think that the price tag is unjustifiable.